I have finally saw what the screamers can do to a person. Yes, my first encounter with another human also involved their death. It was when I was escaping the city. I'm out of there now, thankfully. Took me 3 days to get out. 3 days of constant terror and fear with little to no sleep. I'm exhausted right now. Night 2 of the escape is when it happened. During the dark hours of early morning, I was in a small back alley slowly moving towards a main street. I had done well staying off them up to that point, but was realizing that in order to speed up my exit, I was going to have to take more chances. The screamers were ever present, their horrible sounds echoing through the concrete jungle randomly. So I was at the end of the alley observing the main street up and down, working myself up for a quick dash up the block. The screamers sounded far enough away, but when I heard one closer, I decided to hold off until it was safe. Movement from another alley a block down caught my eye. Even with my eyesight adjusted to the dark, it was hard to make out. I strained to focus and held my breath when I saw a figure creeping across the street. It can't be, I thought. My first instinct was to make my presence known in some way. But how? I couldn't call out. I have no immediate light source. A clatter of a stone or something. Would the screamers hear? There was plenty of junk to hand. Indecision. Another howl from a screamer overhead let me and that person know it was getting closer. They stopped in the middle of the street, crouching low. What the hell are you doing? I thought. Get out of there. Suddenly there was a glow. I hugged the wall instantly and tried to figure out where it was coming from. Another glow even closer still was followed by a louder scream. I spotted the source of the glows. The street lights were turning on. I quickly looked in the direction of the person and they were running down the street. Another scream directly overhead caused even more lights to flicker on, some even bursting. I could make out the figure clearer. They were wearing all black, and when they turned their head to look behind them, I could make out the shape of a mask. I should have backed into the safe darkness of the alley, but I just couldn't look away. They were frantically running down the street, and all I can remember thinking was, "What are you doing? Get off the street." What I saw next, I'm struggling to describe. It was descending from above at a high speed. It was like a shimmer that sucked all light into it. There was no solid form. It was constantly in flow, similar to a drop of water that... No, wait. More like if you observed a lava lamp, at the changing shapes, except faster. It hurtled towards the person. I gripped the wall tighter. As it made contact with the figure, they exploded in a fountain of blood. Like 1 second they were there and the next they were not. It happened so quick. The screamer didn't even miss a beat. It ascended back up into the darkness and the street lights flickered off. I'm in a gas station just on the outskirts of the city, and that incident keeps playing over and over in my head. I also keep wondering about who that person was. Were they brought here like me, or were they just a survivor? This whole place is a graveyard. I don't really want to think about the rest of my journey out of there, but needless to say, it was a more daunting and sobering experience after that. Jesus, they were just gone. Like that. Gone with no one to know what happened to them. I had to get a closer look. It was stupid and foolish, but I needed to see. I need to understand what I'm up against, what the consequences of failure are. As I crept closer to where that person had been killed, I saw the sprayed pattern of blood darkening the street. As I took the whole scene in, I realized that although there was plenty of blood, there wasn't any body parts.